Hello everyone. I hope you are doing amazing today. Welcome to today's video. My spouse brings me happiness but ruins my peace. How do I tell her this without blowing up our relationship? I want to preface this by saying that I, 34F, love my wife, 33F, and I want her to continue being the one I share my life with. We have been together for a little over 3 years, and while she brings immense happiness to my life, she ruins my peace. I'm coming to the realization that I prefer peace over happiness. We are not toxic, we don't break up constantly, nothing crazy like that. It's just a bunch of little things like, she needs constant validation about every single little thing. She lives her life in the future and never enjoys the moment. Her daily emotional needs are taxing and exhausting for me, so she always wants more than I can give, and what I give is never enough. She has emotional outbursts about 80% of things. This has only gotten a little better since she started her anxiety meds. But I feel like I'm always playing the part of peacekeeper, taking the high road, etc. She constantly worries about everything in her life and overthinks absolutely everything and verbalizes it to me a million times a day, sometimes back to back, to the point where she talks about nothing else. It's mind-numbing for me. She recently went to her mom's for 6 days and I loved it. I stayed home with one dog, we have 3 animals, and it was such a great vibe. I work from home, so I had my little routine going, no one rushing me, no one nagging me. I was so productive that the house was immaculate every single day. Today she came home and I immediately felt the atmosphere change. She was rushing me to finish work, rushing us on the dog walk because she had a headache. One of our dogs has disc disease, so she needs patience. The worst part is that she's not outwardly rushing the situation, like, can we hurry this up please? It's more like, I have a headache, I'm hungry, I want to do XYZ, and it's infuriating. Anyway, now we're in a fight. How do I communicate this to her in a way that will not blow up our relationship? Someone commented, she started anxiety meds, but her coping skills and communication habits won't change without therapy. That's 80% of the battle. I'm going to echo others and suggest couples therapy. I am also going to say start setting boundaries. She wants to rush the dog? Okay, honey, I'll finish up with our dog and you can walk back early. I hear that you're really worried about things, and I want to give you my full attention because it's important. Right now I'm doing other things, so how about we finish this first and then we can talk about that. How long has she been on her meds? If it hasn't been too long, then she might not be on her final dose. In my experience, they start you on smaller doses. But if it's been a while, then she may need an adjustment or a different medication entirely. It's normal to not have the right medication at first. I tried 2 different SSRIs and my ex went from an SSRI to an SNRI. Another user added. So I read cards. I pulled a few for you. I can see that this started as a very romantic, passionate relationship, but the cards reiterate what you've said, that the balance of giving and receiving in the relationship is unbalanced. I can see that your cup isn't being filled, as the relationship folks say, but rather depleted. She's going full blast, ideas, creativity, very passionate, just as you've described, but it doesn't look like it's all stemming from you as much as that she doesn't seem to know how to meet her own needs, but rather is still looking for them to be met by outside events/circumstances/people. I feel like some relationship counseling would be a big help to you both. We are not often taught growing up that we are responsible for our own happiness, much less how to express our wants, needs, and desires in a way that is kind and healthy. We are not taught that in a relationship we cannot be the source of our partner's mental and emotional sustenance. Our happiness is an inside job. I feel like in the near future some good ideas to help the relationship may arise. But I think it's going to take honest work, probably with a professional, to unlearn/relearn ways of communicating in the relationship for both of you. When we look to another person to change their behavior so we feel happy, instead of changing where we look for happiness, at things we feel good when we look at them, we begin to believe that we are at the whim of everyone else and therefore must control their behavior. It's going to be a tearing down of the way you both seem to believe relationships work, but there is potential there if you both are willing to work/learn how to communicate differently. Someone else said, "Oh boy, do I get it where things are easier and more peaceful when they are away. I would not be able to live with your partner, OP. I too have a partner that requires so much of my energy and time that it drains me. To add constant anxiety and emotional outbursts to that, I would hope to have the courage to leave. My situation is just bearable enough that I can't see leaving, and so I am forced to work on things. I do think counseling, just in your own, will help you figure out how/if you can balance your partner with your own peace. I do it by making sure I have a lot of time alone, to the point of choosing a career with hours that allow me a couple of days a week at least, with several hours free of my partner. I need the space to relax and get things done. If it's a lot, I will go for a walk alone, or sometimes tell my partner that I need to lie down and have some quiet, and it is very important to his well-being that I have the chance to read or write without being interrupted. We are able to live in a small space now because he has learned to give me a break from his constant need for attention, and he's gotten better about neediness. I used to be unable to leave the house without him wanting to be glued to my hip. Honestly, if I had it to do over, I can't say for sure I'd have stayed with him. If he had outbursts at all, never mind the 80% you're dealing with, that would have tipped my scales to no. Ask yourself if you want this same drain in 10 years. If not, it needs to be fixed by her. You need to adjust your life according to your needs, or if nothing can be changed, maybe it's time to end it. I hope all works out for you in the end, OP. Do you have any suggestions or ideas for OP? Please let us know in the comments down below. Story 2. My GF wants me to be jealous. What should I do? So I've dated this girl for 2 years now, and there's always been a difference in our confidence. I am very confident and secure in myself and my relationships, while she's very insecure, which is fine. However, I've noticed a pattern where she wants me to be jealous, which I hate. I'm not a jealous person, and I trust her. A week ago, she was out partying with some friends. She came home during the night bragging about all the guys who said she looked beautiful and that some invited her to their table. My first reaction is, of course people hit on her, she's gorgeous, and that I only care about how she responds because I can't blame other guys for hitting on her before she tells them that she has a boyfriend. However, she brought it up 3 more times, and at that point I started to get irritated, not because she got hit on, but because I feel like she wants me to be jealous and controlling. In her POV, she wants to make sure I care about her. But I show her that I love her in every way other than, in my opinion, negative traits such as jealousy and control. What is the best way to bring this up to her/proceed? TLDR, my GF wants me to be jealous by bringing up when people hit on her. I'm not a jealous person, and it bothers me that she wants me to be one. Let's take a look at the comments left by some users. A user wrote, "Oh Christ. All I'm predicting is that she's gonna eventually break up with you because there's no spark." But little does she know that the no spark, as she claims, is actually a healthy partner and relationship. She'll eventually meet someone toxic and will have this push-pull BS. She will get her partner jealous then, and it will be a toxic, addictive disaster. Then she will wish she had stayed. I've seen this type of thing before. You need to shut this down now. Me and my partner always laugh if someone comes on to the other one. We are secure and loyal and would never question each other. It's healthy. Your GF needs a reality check. Another used added, "I think you need to have a mature conversation with her and say that you are not a jealous person and you never will be, that if she is seeking attention from other men, then you should break up." Just a word of caution, my fiancé has an ex-wife that was extremely jealous, and she eventually was controlling of him and told him he was not allowed to have female clients, which is insane as he owns his own business. Anyway, she was always accusing him of cheating and he never did, and that is the reason for why he left her. She was absolutely insane, so just be careful. Someone else wrote, "This isn't like the difference between being an introvert and an extrovert or whatever. Insecurity isn't a healthy emotion, and it isn't the contrast to confidence either, with arrogance or bravado being closer to that in terms of negative emotions. It's clearly impacting her ability to have a healthy relationship. She seems to crave a sense of jealousy from you to prove you care or whatever. But it is the nature of insecurity that it is a bottomless pit. Nothing you ever say or do is enough even at the best of times. Just be careful. I appreciate you are well-meaning and wanting to not seem judgmental or harsh, but insecurity is not just a personality quirk. If she has these unhealthy feelings, she ought to be dealing with them properly, not with these unhealthy games. What about you? What do you think would be the best advice you could give in such a situation? Let us know down in the comments. That would be all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please share, like, and subscribe for more stories like this. I hope you have a wonderful day and always remember to be kind.